Aloha everyone, welcome. We are really thrilled today to have three very special guests with us. The three wise men from the Orient, although one is more South Asian, but never mind. Today we get to meet the three persons behind the collar. We'll hear stories about their early years and see if they had a burning bush moment, and maybe hear about the vision for the future. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce them. First on the list is Lu Yongde Huizang, the president of the Chinese Annual Conference, Reverend Lake Yongtek. 会长，欢迎您来到我们这个播客。
谢谢你
参加。
你的华语跟我的华语差不多一样啊。
马马虎虎，还可以。好。Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce to you the Reverend Savarna Kumar, the president of the Emmanuel Tamil Annual Conference. Welcome. Welcome. Last but not least, the man who could model for any skincare brand, the president of the Track Annual Conference, the Reverend Ruben Ng.
Hello. And no special language for me. I mean, Mandarin and Tamil.
No, we came from the same school.
Okay, all right, okay.
You do the Anglo.
Yeah, Anglo minus Chinese.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, today what we'll do, we'll start this podcast with some quick fire questions, very simple yes or no questions. To help you do that, I'd like to give you guys some pedals. Green for yes, I agree, and correct.
Okay.
The red one is no, I disagree and incorrect. Okay?
Sure.
Do I need to?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's my set. Okay. Now, let's start with some warm-up questions. Okay. First question. Please get this right.
Don't have to ask the question.
Are you okay? Are you excited to be here?
Yes, very excited.
Very, extremely.
Very good. Next question. Do you have a sense of humor?
Only Kumar has. The rest of us.
Reverend Kumar, since you said you had a sense of humor, let me ask you this. Were any of the apostles Methodists?
Yeah.
Which one was Methodist? Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, so did you ever get into mischief? Get ready to answer when you were younger.
How young are we talking about?
Maybe say from 16 to 25. Did you ever get into mischief in school?
16 to 25, bro.
No? You were a good boy?
Yeah.
Did I ever get a mischief?
I'm sure you did, lah.
Yeah.
No.
Huh?
You
No.
never get into mischief,
I'm a
right?
very good boy, yeah.
Okay. How did you stay on the straight and narrow path? Were you in school?
You want a yes and no answer?
No, now you elaborate. Huh. I mean, I believe when you're 16, everybody was mischievous in one way or another, right? We skipped Chinese class.
Yeah, they got to answer because I put a yes earlier.
Yeah,
so they answered.
exactly. Very good.
You holy
I
Christians.
didn't skip any classes.
Right.
I am a very good boy
Okay.
when I was studying.
Very good, Kumar.
Reverend Lake, were you a
Yeah.
very good boy in school?
Yes, I was a very good boy. I was very quiet in school.
Okay.
Believe it or not, yes.
Okay. And did you excel in school?
Yeah, quite unlike Kumar, I didn't excel in school. I was just quiet, but I didn't excel in school.
Were you asleep some of the time?
No, all the
Most-
time I was awake.
Okay.
But if you're trying to talk about excel, no, I didn't excel in school.
Okay. Reverend Ruben.
That's quite sad, man.
Yeah.
I feel a bit. Yeah, okay.
So you were a mischievous boy when you in school?
No, I wouldn't say I was mischievous.
Yeah.
A bit playful.
Okay. What's the most memorable thing you did?
Skip school.
Really?
Sure, skip school. I mean, not say sure, but I skipped school.
Really?
Yeah.
Based compared to us, you rascal, no you?
Yeah. I think so.
That's why God is gracious, man.
Did you play sports in school? Okay. Reverend Kumar, what sports did you play in school?
Volleyball.
What position do you play?
Not like that all position.
Trick question. Volleyball, go round.
So you play volleyball?
Yeah.
At what level do you play? It's just recreational?
Only school level only. I used to play in only school level.
Okay, interesting. Reverend Ruben?
Well, between 16 to 25 or like even younger.
Even younger?
I was swimming for the school.
Okay.
And then later on, JC time I was playing rugby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were swimming, what events? What were your pet events? What were your pet strokes?
Well, I did freestyle. I did breaststroke.
Medium or short or long distance?
No, the medium short ones, not the long ones.
So the 100 meters
50, 100,
and all that,
yeah,
50 and
kind,
100s.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. And then Reverend Lake,
I did running all the time, but I didn't compete lah. So I was never.
what were you running away from?
currently it's
running
you, but at that time when I didn't know you, no, because I stay quite close to school, so
Right.
that's how I get to school, and I got tired of walking, so I ran.
Okay.
So you ran to school.
I ran to
wow,
school and I ran
amazing, man.
home.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what was your 2.4 timing?
Oh, I don't know. I never. That's why I said I was never competitive, so I just ran. But if you can remember Chancery Lane, I could do that in 4 minutes.
Chancery Lane is very short.
1.5 lah, yeah, 1.5
1.5.
kilometers, yeah,
Okay. Well done.
with my school bag.
Did you start dating? Hmm. Did you start dating in school?
While we were in school, lah.
Yeah, while you were in school. Okay. Okay. For those who answered yes, how many girlfriends did you have while you were in school? What did we start Reverend Lake?
2 lah, if I can remember. Of which one of them became my wife, so that's quite good lah.
Okay, well done. When did you start? How old were you when you started dating?
Probably 15, 16, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
well done. Is the one that you didn't marry still talking to you?
Wait, I gotta remind myself who is she. yes, we are still in good talking terms when we meet lah. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Reverend Ruben,
Yeah.
how many girlfriends did you have?
No, can't remember. Very few.
Very few. Okay, I'd like to show you a picture.
On man.
How do you get me behind the smiley face?
No, that's not you. It's the one next to you. I showed this to a few of my friends, and they all tell me the same thing. He was an auntie killer when he was young. You bring him home and you show any mother, and the mother will say, "Wow, this one can. Very handsome young man."
Let me just specify, I had no aunties as girlfriends while I was in school.
Okay, tell us the story behind this picture.
Can't really remember where was this taken.
I'm very curious because there's this black box that you have between the two of you.
I have no idea what this is, when this was, and
Really?
what we were doing. I have no idea.
This whole setup is just for us to get the answer to this question.
terrible, man.
Yeah, because it's the blue shirt and the white pants.
This is definitely secondary school, but I have no idea, no recollection.
Don't you think he looks the same?
And no,
He looks the same,
He
yeah.
looks exactly
You
the
are
same, right?
kidding.
Quite.
I wish.
Yeah. No, I think he looks fairer here now.
Yeah, I think so, right? SK2 or something.
Yeah,
Clarence,
SK product.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna SK2, you drink it, don't just supply it. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Let's talk a bit about the wife and family since we moved on from the girlfriend, right? Did you know that you will marry your wife the first time you met them? Yes or no? Did you know that this is the woman you marry the very first time you met them?
Didn't know.
No, I can't say that.
Yeah, can't say that.
My one is arranged marriage.
Okay.
Also,
yeah.
so
just
first time he
then
meet is
I
arranged.
know.
you confirm.
Arranged marriage,
Confirm.
not-
Yeah, actually, saves a lot of money,
Yeah.
saves a
A
lot
lot
of
of pain,
time,
yeah.
a lot of paying. Okay, well done. Okay, don't worry. I get it. So for Reverend Lake and Reverend Ruben, right? Where did, I guess for Reverend Kumar as well. So where did you meet for those who were not arranged? Where did you meet your girlfriend or wife then?
I met my girlfriend in church.
Okay.
We were in church.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What a great answer.
Yes, of course. Where else to meet them?
Oh, wonderful. I wish I had wholly an answer. I see. But I met her in school, my girlfriend, and then our wife. I was doing our degree together. I mean, she was in the same class, so I got to know her. lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So what was the moment that you knew that she was going to be your wife, or this is wife material?
After 40 days of fasting.
I quit.
I wish I could say that, but I didn't do that.
Okay.
I think it was just a connection. We could talk and we could be honest with each other, and I could imagine a life together with her
Okay.
in terms of character and personalities. Yeah. So that was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say for sure that I know this is going to be my wife, but the journey of walking towards this, meaning that I dated also without not trying to just be a friend, right? But trying to walk towards marriage. So some of the markers, some of the discussions, some of the similar ministries and etc. that kind of just keep reinforcing that this is where we are going. But I must put a caveat that my girlfriend then and me, we broke up many times. But we kept coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. So that also told me that we didn't want to let go of this relationship. Yeah.
What was the cause of the breakup? Just
Oh, all kinds of reasons.
scheduling, timing, career options.
I guess it's just different thoughts of what you want to do in life. We started very young. In the end, our friends, my community was so tired of us breaking up all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to put us back together, breaking up all the. But in the end, when we got married, they all say, "Yeah lah, okay lah, finally."
Finally. About time.
About time.
Yeah. So, Reverend Kumar, when you, how did you grow into that marriage and love for a person you met through arranged marriage?
Okay, actually, first I met her, my wife, in her house, arranged marriage with my parents. I told before the first time when I was see her first time, I
Yep.
told her, don't marry me, don't accept me because I am working in Singapore. Then I told her, in future I am going to the full-time ministry. If you are agree, then you say okay.
Wow.
Then she take I think 2 days. Then she prayed. Then agree. Then we'll
Well
marry.
done.
Yeah.
What a wonderful story.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
2 days compared to the many years that I spent, I think his method works.
Higher ROI.
I think so.
Okay. Let's move on to the next set of questions, and most of the answers are okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Use this again.
Yeah. Use this again. Okay. Is your wife better at cooking than you?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Is your wife more patient and tolerant than you? Okay. Do your kids, all of you have kids, right?
Mm.
Do your kids actually think you're funny?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh.
Your kids don't think you're funny.
They have to
Okay.
they have long suffering and perseverance.
Okay, so who's the funnier parent, you or the wife?
Of course, me lah.
But your kids don't think you're funny.
What can I say? I can't please my audience all the time.
Actually, I think you're the funniest.
Oh, you have not met my son yet.
Never your son. Okay. One day we should.
Actually, I am a very serious person at home, especially my children. My wife only very friendly, because I am very disciplined guy. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Very good.
Until he met us lah. Then
Yeah.
Dude, he
Then
met him.
backslide.
He met him. I also
We
got
must
changed when I met him. I was okay. I was very serious and disciplined also.
I know that not to be true.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, you're doing full-time ministry, right? Have you ever had to miss a family event because of ministry? Okay. So, what helps you set those kind of healthy boundaries? Because family is important, ministry important. So, what helps you manage those boundaries and keep it healthy for both family and ministry work?
Of course, whenever the family needs, then I will set the time for the family. The ministry needs, then set the time for the ministry. Of course, ministry is a priority. The same time will not neglect the family also.
Okay. Ramlik?
I say this with a lot of guilt actually, and recollection of things. And the irony of it is that when I'm in the office, I think about the family. And I'm tempted to call and tempted to ask, how are you, and all that.
Yep.
But when I'm at home, I'm thinking about the work and the ministry. So that toggling makes it very difficult. I guess if I didn't have my wife the way she is, I would be worse off as a family. We would be worse off as a family. But the confession would be that, I spend most of time in church, in ministry. Also because my first 16 years of ministry was done with a new church, a brand new church.
Right.
So they're trying to set it up, trying to get systems and etc. Took most of the time. Yeah. So the boundaries were very hard. It's only now that I'm beginning to be a bit more conscious. Rather my last church posting. Yeah.
Ruben?
I think it's not easy. I suppose I also share some guilt sometimes. I look back, I wish I'd spent more time with my daughters and my family also while they were growing up. But definitely in ministry, you face situations where you can't be with your family even for special occasions. I remember, for Chinese New Year is quite important.
Yeah.
So Chinese New Year's Eve, I was at a wake. I was doing a funeral on some occasions. Chinese New Year's Day itself, I was also doing a funeral on some other occasions. And so that's the day that we're having a reunion dinner.
Yeah.
or the day we're visiting, and I can't be with them. And I think the only way I could try to manage that situation was to explain to my family and to help my girls as they were growing up to understand why. And hopefully, in a sense, then to have them journey with me and to grow also to love God and to love people in the church. So that was something I tried to. Yeah. Not always easy though.
Not always. I can only imagine how difficult sometimes it must be. I guess a lot of gratitude to what the three of you are doing for the church. Okay. With your kids growing up, have they ever have your kids ever taught you something about God in a unique way that maybe you haven't seen or haven't looked at it from a perspective? Okay. Can you maybe just each of you share one of those aha moments that your kids kind of let God shine through them to you?
I think for me, it's their very presence. When I first had my daughter and subsequently two daughters, I think just being a father made me realize what it means when I call God my father. That no matter what, I will love my daughter.
Yeah.
If they're dirty, they're sick, they're disobedient, I will still love them. No matter how bad it is or how frustrated I am, my love never changes for them. And so that made me realize that's how God treats me. Even as a child who's not always obedient, oftentimes also rebellious, but God still loves me. And it's that grace that I suppose will draw me back to Him. And so that helped me to see God differently, in a different light. Yeah.
Okay, great answer. Reverend Lake?
I guess it's the journey of, let me explain. Earlier I said that not at home a lot of times.
Yeah.
So the relationship between the children and I've got two sons, a little bit more distant, and guys, we don't really sit down and talk so much. But there were opportunities. But just that maintaining of the relationship, the connecting every now and then, it's also reflective a little bit about how God deals with me.
Okay.
In the midst of all the running all over the place, but yet there are moments when the conversations are very deep and it tells me again that I'm thankful that God is present. He's preserving us as a family. That's what I'm thankful about in terms of family. Yeah.
Reverend Kumar?
In my life, my son, especially my son Jaden, when he was in P2, then one day he asked me, Daddy, are you born and brought up Christian? Then I say, no, I'm born and brought up Hindu background, Hindu family. Then when I was my youth, then I accepted Christ. Then he cried, how can you are a pastor, how can you born with a Hindu family? You should not.
Right.
You had a choice, huh?
Yeah.
Today I shared Jesus to others in school. Then I saw, oh, really God is working in our family. So God's presence, even whenever I was not in my son, even evening playing time all, but still the God's presence, God's leading, I saw the God's wonderful working in my family. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. Okay, so let's move on to a next segment. The question that comes very often to people's minds is that did you ever know the exact moment that you were saved? Ruben?
Yeah, I would say I can't recall the exact day or date or year.
Yeah.
But I think it was primary 5 or 6 when I was in school. And of course, I was born into a Christian family. I kind of grew up in church. So every Sunday, church going was a normal occurrence for me. But it was in school during what we call back then was a religious emphasis week. And they brought in some people from, I think it was the States or UK. And they did a mime, music, and then also acting. So there were no words or no script.
Okay.
But they portrayed Jesus on the cross and the crucifixion and the torture and all that. And interestingly, while I was watching it as a P5 or P6 kid, while they were hammering the nails into his hand, of course, it's a depiction, Rob.
Yeah, of course.
But every hit and the noise of the nail and hammer on the nail, somehow it just made me wake up to realize that all the stories I've been listening to in church were not just stories, but someone actually died on the cross for me. And so somehow that sparked something in me. And at the end, they asked any student wants to stay back to pray and to ask to find out more. Do stay back. I remember I put out my hand to stay back to talk or to be prayed for. And I remember my teacher asking me also, aren't you already a Christian? Because they kind of know we go to church and all. I said, yeah, but this is different. And so I want to stay back. I think the teacher was worried I was going to stay back and like skip class. Yeah. say something about me. I don't know why.
Okay.
But that,
Good strategy.
Yeah. But I stayed back and that was I think for me the point that I actually believed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did any of you have that clear point, or was it a journey that you went through and then came to a realization?
Yeah, actually, I fully committed to the Lord. I accepted Christ 1997,
Okay.
November 25, one of the evening.
November 25,
November.
1997. That's as precise as
Yeah, boy.
I've ever heard. Okay, wonderful.
So evening, so 6 p.m. The one of
Times about.
the church, because that day is my salvation day. So I won't forget the day.
You definitely born a
Yeah,
Methodist.
Yeah,
How old were you then?
20 years. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Revelation.
I question the need to remember like this simply because I don't remember.
Yeah.
I had an auntie, she passed on already, who came and shared Bible stories with us. She is a Christian within the family.
Yeah.
Me and my dad very, very angry. My dad wasn't Christian.
Yeah.
Or not only wasn't Christian, was quite anti-Christian.
Yeah.
And along the journey, it was in the same situation in a religious emphasis week session. At that time, I remember it was Pastor Neville Tan, the ex-prisoner who came, and he shared his testimony. If you ask me what was his testimony now, I would not be able to remember. But I felt that was when I was in Sec 1, the need to say, yes, I want to receive Jesus Christ.
Right.
So I also put up my hand, stayed back. So they questioned me, you say you want to make a decision, pray to receive Christ. I said, no, I did that already. They said, so what do you want to do? You want to really dedicate your life? Okay lah, can lah. It was that nebulous for me. I mean, that journey, of coming to know God. But it was, again, the marker for me. I guess that's why that's why the question as well.
Right.
The need to say, yeah, this is the time when I made a clear decision to follow Jesus. So that would be in probably secondary 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Excellent. So after that moment that you are very clear, and all of you seem to recall, right? Did you ever subsequently struggle with any doubt about that salvation? Was there a struggle, or was it just smooth sailing? Oh yeah, after this I'm going to, I know I'm going to be full-time ministry. I'm going to become a pastor. I'm going to be president of the respective annual conferences. Or was there any, or did you have to struggle post realization you've been saved, and you think, am I saved or not? Maybe I need to put up my hand one more time to skip Chinese class.
No, I think many times, not once or twice.
Okay.
The journey of questioning my own belief in Christ, my own relationship with Him. Of course, the initial years I took about a year before I started attending church.
A year?
Yeah, that means from my Sec 1, I didn't find church until about Sec 2, then I started going to church. But along the way, while I said earlier that I was a good boy in school, I wasn't such a good boy in church.
Okay. Okay.
Because of the person that I am, you get this fellowship meeting and there's a speaker going on, and I would be talking to him directly while he was trying to do his sermon.
Okay.
I think it comes from the background that we come from. So so they had to say a few things to me to make me keep quiet.
Sit down.
Yeah, that was after the session. They said, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a few times, because not just because of crisis or anything, but just the journey along to keep questioning who God is in my life. Who is He? And as the relationship grew, obviously there were times during my young adult days, during the army days, there were times when I questioned, I drifted apart from God. So I'm like, God, are you still there or not there? He was quiet. I didn't know what to do, those kind of situations. So definitely, many times, yeah.
Okay. Before I ask you about what pulled you back, maybe Reverend Kumar?
Actually, I have no doubt about my salvation. I used to read a lot of the articles and books, especially the comparative religion books, Hinduism and Christianity,
Yeah.
because I have to force myself. I want to edify. Then only I can answer to my relative, my family.
Yeah.
How can you suddenly you accepted Christ? Because all my family is Hindu people,
Right.
or a Hindu, especially in fundamentalist also.
Right.
Because my relatives, most of the relatives, that time 1997, that time most of the people, all the Hindu priests,
Oh,
Hindu temple priests.
okay.
So the people questioning me, how can you Hindu, the fundamentalists, you are a Brahmin, how can you accept the Christ? The Christ, actually, the Christianity in India, the people see that on the Christian religion like a marginalized one, downtrodden people, they following. So that's why the Brahmin, this kind of the people, they think
They
that
shun
one's,
away from them.
very down.
Right.
So this kind of scenario, this is my situation. So I want to equip. How can the Christian way is the only right way? So I have to answer my relatives. So that's why I used to read the article. But I have strong conviction, Jesus Christ alone, the Lord, because I have a good encounter with the Jesus Christ. I heard the voice from the Lord. So I have strong conviction. This is yeah.
Actually, the irony is that the fact that they believe that Christianity is for the downtrodden is
Yeah,
really
downtrodden.
on point with theology, right? Right.
Yeah.
So they probably got it better than got it right more than some of us. Well, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, Reverend Lake, we were you shared with us earlier about drifting away. So, what pushed you back, or what pulled you back into the fold?
I think in my earlier Christian life period, knowing God was not a discipline, so to speak, only. I had many encounters with God. I had times where I spent. I still remember as a teenager, I would say to God, God, I want to worship you, and I would not leave this place until I have met you. So sometimes it took half an hour, sometimes it took an hour, sometimes it took an hour and a half. But I said, God, I will not leave until I know that I have met you. So that's was my early days of growing and encountering God. So when I drift from God, I remember the encounters that I had with Him.
Okay.
That means He's not a God of someone described in some picture and then that's it. But it was someone who was very close to me in my heart. But as life would be, you do drift. One significant event was I was at the Holy Communion service. I didn't feel very close to God. I didn't feel that He was that big. Our relationship was a bit strained, a bit distant. But when I went up to take the Holy Communion, as I knelt there, I told God, God, I know enough of you to know that you are real, and I will not, out of my own figment, my imagination or stage in life, leave you. There's too much of you that I've encountered. You are real. And I made that commitment such that every Holy Communion that I take, I would pause and I would reaffirm that God, you are real. There is none other. So the Holy Communion then became a marker for me to say that this is, you remember God because you made a commitment based on your encounters with God. And so it kept me going. It kept me whenever I needed something. And to me, that Holy Communion was a deep marker in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that journey from first accepting and then accepting Christ and growing into Christianity, right? Some people say that prayer is the most important, reading scripture is the most important, worship is the most important. I will take the soft answer by saying all three are important, right? But I think while we agree that all three are important, I guess it's different strokes for different folks. So for you, if you had to prioritize these three, which was the most important, keeping all three important?
So you mentioned three, right?
Yeah, prayer, scripture,
and worship.
Yeah, worship. This is
I think they're all important, like
Yeah.
you rightly mentioned.
yeah.
But I think they're all dead or useless if done without the awareness that you're actually interacting with a living God.
Wow. Okay.
So if I'm just going to go and I'm not going to wake up every day and sing 3 songs, for example, that's my definition of worship.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing 3 songs every day because I feel I have to sing 3 songs, or that's worship.
Yeah.
But it's going to be useless if I don't realize I'm actually singing to a God who is real, who is receiving my worship, and who is looking upon me with love and grace because of His Son Jesus Christ. Same thing for the Word. I'm not trying to read it to get more information, so that if there's a Bible quiz, I'll score full marks. But I'm trying to read the Word so that I know the God who is the author of the Word. And prayer isn't something I have to do because my Sunday school teachers or the pastors say I have to do. But prayer is something I do because I want to draw close to God. So it's all, to me, it's not the action. I think the actions are important because they are disciplines. But it's a realization that they are a means to an end and not the end itself. Doesn't mean if I sung 3 songs, I've done a prayer today, I've read 1 chapter, I've done it, I'm okay, I can go about doing my life or about my own stuff. But it's about using those things or leaning on those things to know God better, to grow in love with Him, to draw close to Him and to hear Him and to interact with Him. That's how I view it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is really interesting, but I mean, you're a pastor, right? I mean, the responsibility, of course, he knows that, but how does someone who isn't theologically trained, or does it even make a difference that this person can experience what you've just said?
I'm going to jump in and try to answer this one before the other 2 wiser men share.
Of course.
I think Reverend Lake earlier mentioned this word. He said his encounters with God, and that kind of strengthened him and reinforced the idea that where he came to this conclusion, there's too much of you, I know too much, or I've met you too much to say you're not God and to say that you're fake or you're not around. I think that's important. So again, if I were to put it in those words, prayer, worship, and the Word is for me to encounter God. I mean, if I think your question earlier was, after we receive Christ, did we like kind of stray from God and all that? And I think most, except for very special ones like Pastor Kumar here, most would be like a roller coaster up and down, And there came a time in my life also where I actually pointed my finger at God and said, I don't believe in you anymore, and I will not worship you anymore from now on. And that was towards the end of my army days. But I had some leave to clear. ROD back then, now it was ORD or something. But ROD, there was time to clear. And I knew that church was having a church camp. And so I thought the best way to spend my leave is to go for a church camp because church camps are subsidized. So it's a holiday somewhere on an island in Malaysia. Why not? Right? It's a good time to spend my leave and also go on a subsidized church or a trip or something. And I recall the very first evening where there was worship, I did not want to participate because I already pointed my finger at God and said, I will not worship you. I don't trust in you. I don't believe in you ever again. And I was right at the back of the room. And while everyone else was worshiping, suddenly God's presence just fell on me. And I experienced Him. I was just in tears and all. And so back to that was the encounter, And how do we know? How do people know whether it's this or that? I think it's knowing that there's a real God down there looking out and who's willing to encounter us, even, in my case, even when I wasn't expecting, even when I wasn't looking for it, even when I was denying Him full time. But that graciousness somehow touched me. And I think if we can just encourage everyone, as we do these disciplines of word, worship, and prayer, don't do it for the sake of it, but do it knowing that there really is a living God down here and you can encounter Him. And I think we'll see a lot of these encounters happening everywhere. And people will know that He is God. I think that affects us in our journey. But it helped me.
What a great answer. That was a 3-point sermon, right?
Sorry, I said I'll do a 5.
It's okay. No, I think it's a great answer. Okay, I think let's just move on to the next bit where we talk about your lives before your full-time ministry. Okay, I'm sure all of you worked right before coming to full-time ministry, or right after school you went into full-time ministry? Do you work before
Yes,
full-time ministry?
yeah. Wyeth Pharmaceutical and Nutritionals plant.
Okay.
I was working in 9.5 years
Okay.
as a technician
Yeah.
in Tuas.
Okay, so you spent 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years as a secular job. Of course, before in India, few years, I was working in one of the company.
Okay. Reverend Lake, were you?
Yes, I did, but I didn't do very long. I only did about 4 years.
Oh, what did you
I
do?
was a computer programmer.
No way.
No way, it's the way it is.
Okay.
That was a time season when Singapore short of programmers. So in poly they were pushing out. They had that.
So were you working as a before you got into full-time ministry?
I was in the banking industry, finance industry.
Okay.
Yeah. I was doing forex. I was trading currencies.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 7 years, I think. 7 years.
And you gave that up to become
yeah,
minister?
Yeah, I felt God's
The calling.
call. I mean, it was a reminder. It was during 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was in the trading room, and they kept playing, people jumping off the blocks and everything. And in the midst of that, in the noise and everything, I felt God's telling me.
So that was like a burning bush moment?
Yeah, it was that. For me, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a burning bush moment like that? Something that really, I won't say scarred, but left an indelible mark in your mind that, that, okay, this, I need to do something about it.
Yes, when I was accepted Christ, already I told you I am coming from the Hindu background. So many my friends, relatives, so many people under the darkness, under the blindness. So I want to share these people Christ. Who will share? The Christian people come and share. No, this is my responsibility. Then I equipped the theological, the part-time I studied.
Yep.
Then became a pastor. Then now I preaching everywhere.
So thank you for your answer. Before you show the next picture, and when I saw this picture, I was quite inspired, by Reverend Lake, because I realized that even before I don't know when this picture was taken, but I felt that you have this affinity towards Matthew, and you're
very suspicious when he does this.
Yeah, Matthew the Levite.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and he already tried, and he took on the dressing and the fashion of the day. Can you just pull up the picture, please?
Oh, look at that, man.
Yeah, man. See Levite. Can you see the word Levite written there?
It's Levi's lah.
Oh, Levi's. Oh, so you think of yourself in the plural. So tell us a bit about this picture.
But the hairstyle is classic.
Yeah, no, because when we saw this, I showed my wife. The first thing she says, "Wow, beyond."
Beyond. When was
Like
this?
Jack Jan.
I don't know.
This is probably 2010. I was on sabbatical.
Oh, so you were already in full-time ministry?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Sabbatical was the only time I could leave my hair long lah.
Let your hair down.
Let my hair down, literally, and then grow some
Okay.
hair.
Where was this taken?
This was probably in America, I think. Yeah.
Probably, right?
Yeah,
These two
probably in
hippies.
America, yeah.
So, only Reverend Kumar has kept his digital footprint totally clean. We couldn't dig up anything about you. We took weeks and there was nothing.
You got to search in Tamil, man.
You can search it down. That's what you did. But at this time, I think I already sold my bike. I used to ride a Harley. I've been riding motorbikes most of my life. Yeah.
Okay.
So in my sabbatical, I asked my wife, said I'm not going to use it for the year. Maybe maybe I should sell it. She said, yeah, you think about it lah, maybe lah. And she was quite about it. I said okay, in the end I sold it. And then now when I want to buy a bike, she said no need to think, just say no. Yeah.
I think she's wise.
I do think so as well.
Okay, moving on.
But the Harleys look very good now.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But
Yeah. So, Reverend Kumar, the only picture that we got from you is that we asked from you. Can you share with us the context behind this picture? Where was this?
Yeah, this one, India, from Kerala.
Yeah.
One of the state in Kerala.
Yeah, also my favorite color.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
When I was studying in TTC, my third year, final year,
Uh-huh.
I went to Kerala for the internship 1 month.
Okay.
Catholic Institute, the mental
The Catholic Institute.
Catholic Institute.
Right. Is that allowed from okay. Never mind.
Yes, allowed. The TTC allowed.
I'm just kidding.
Cross
Okay.
cultural ministry like that.
Right.
So 1 month when I did my internship, so that time I took this photo. Yeah.
Okay. Do you realize that you look the same in all the photos you sent us? You haven't changed, you're like the eternal young man and you look
No,
the same.
this one I think 20.
About 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But
14
if
years ago.
nobody told me
14
that
years
it was
ago.
10 years ago, I thought it was taken like last week at the World Wildlife
it?
Reserves. Yeah.
Now I put on weight.
Nah, who can tell? All right, okay, so thank you. So let's take a short break now. Okay.